Ladies and gentlemen, we just lost to the defending champs, 127 to 108. Today I learned that we need a freaking point guard. I'm stating the obvious. We knew this already. 23 turnovers in the night. It felt like nobody could handle the ball. Everybody was turning the ball over. Granted, we're going against obviously the champs. We're going against the best defensive team in the league, the most what we hope to be in a number of years. The Big Brothers. Elite defense. That's the Thunder. But damn, 23 turnovers in the night. Second chance point. Hartenstein was a beast. I believe in the first possession, they had 3 offensive rebounds. I think they had 4 offensive rebounds within the first 2 minutes of the game. But it is what it is. We had our moments. We had our spurts. But we lost. They didn't have J-Dub. They didn't have Chet Holmgren. But they still had SGA. And that's all you need nowadays. That's all you need is just SGA. But anyways, Bilal Coulibaly. We need to talk about Bilal Coulibaly. Hold on. A fantastic game by Bilal Coulibaly in his return back from his thumb injury. I'm going to go ahead and read the stats real quick, but Bilal finished off with 16 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from the 3. At one point, he was 2 of 5 from the 3, and I was just like, let's just keep it at that. Let's just keep it at 5 attempts, if that. That's all we need is 2 of 5. That's all we need from him. 2 of 5. Eliar Biza says between Trey Johnson, Bilal Coulibaly, and Keyshawn George and Sarr, who do you think will have the best career out of the 4? Holy hell. I think you got to go with Trey, right? Trey, but Sarr, he just has the highest potential. But right now, I think I'll go Trey. But let me see. God damn it, I can never know what to do with chat. But yeah, man, Bilal Coulibaly, man, I saw a guy who found out his role, if that makes sense, in this team. I feel like the first week of the season, him being out, he sat back and was just like, you know what? Key looks like he's going to be the primary ball handler this season, but secondary ball handler moving forward. Trey looks like an offensive hub. Sarr looks like he's going to be, a perimeter big. We got pieces here and there. I think Bilal is embracing that, elite 3-and-D role. Obviously, right now, he just has the defensive side. But I just saw him just embracing that role, if that makes sense. Last year, you just saw him doing those ISO moves and, not playing within the system. But tonight, I saw him fast break points. We saw that crossover and transition that led to a dunk. And one thing I've been harping on Bilal, he is a really underrated passer, man. He had 4 assists tonight. I'm having my notes. I put it on my phone because I'm I was watching the game while at the gym. If I'm sweating a little bit, you know what I mean. I was trying to multitask, but let's see here. I have in my notes. Bilal, where is it? Yeah, man had 2 blocks in the first 5 minutes. Underrated passer, man. He had He had a nice pass in a transition 3 to Keyshawn George. Had a nice dump to Sarr for an and 1. But see, I keep saying this, and I'm not gonna stop saying it. Bilal has to embrace that Jaden McDaniels role, which I feel like he is. Tonight, I saw that. Tonight, just obviously go guard the best player on the opposing team. Play within the system. Don't jack up shots. I just want him to be 2 of 5 from the 3. He was 2 of 5, I believe, early on to the third quarter. 2 of 5 from the 3. That's all we need. Bilal, that's all we need. Don't need to shoot 2. Don't need to shoot 2 more threes, man. Don't go 2 of 7. That's too much. 2 of 5. Be respectable. That's all I want from Bilal. And we got a jackpot. That is Jaden McDaniels' clone right there. The one thing I kept thinking about was like, holy hell, we got Bilal and Keyshawn George as our wings moving forward for the next 7 to 10 years, however the hell it's going to be. Bilal and Keyshawn George. Hey, Young Mill, you're right. I'm going to get to them in a bit. Because these old vets, man, is just... So tonight was, like last time it was CJ McCollum. Tonight was Chris Middleton, man. 6 points. He went 3 of 6 from the field, but, I didn't... I like McCollum. He did make his threes though. We got to be honest. He was 5 of 8. But to me tonight was Middleton. He's just a body. Defensively, he's getting cooked. But he did play 20 minutes. Granted, they benched him. They put in the. They like within 4 minutes left in the game, they started putting in all like the rest of the bench players in the game. But still, obviously another thing I want to talk about. Bilal came into the starting lineup. Bob Carrington came off the bench. The first thing that came to my head was like I wasn't even worried about Bob. I was just like, Bob will do his thing. He's fine. Is Cam Whitmore going to lose his minutes? Is Cam going to get knocked out of the rotation? That was my biggest worry. Because I think 40 minutes into the game, the Wizards tweeted, they were like, all right, Bilal's in the starting lineup. And I was like, all right, I'm actually fine with, we knew he's going to be back in the starting lineup, but I was like, I thought it was going to be from Middleton, but then I was just like, well, I don't know if, freaking Coach Keefe loves his vets. He loves his vets. But I'm fine with it, man. Even though Bub struggled tonight, I'm going to be honest. Bub struggled. Well, I'm going to be honest. I'll be honest. We all saw that. Man, Bub went... Hold on, let me move chat real quick. Bub went... See, I don't know if y'all can see. Bub went... He had 3 points, 1 of 5 from the field. I think he was 0 of 4 from the field in the first half. He came out blazing though, in terms of he was just very aggressive. 0 of 4 from the 3. But, I kind of like this move of Bub coming back to the bench. Puts the ball back in his hands more. He knows he's not going to share the backcourt with, CJ. Granted, he's going to be there with Trey Johnson now in the second unit mostly. But Trey's kind of like vice versa. Trey's playing mostly with the first, honestly. Well, yeah. Well, and a half. But still, I like this move for Bub. I do. Make him the point guard off the bench, but, he's going to have the ball in his hands. Young Mill is saying, let Bub continue to struggle as he's looking like a good backup to Darren Peterson next year. You know what? And look, last year, Bilal Coulibaly had a bit of a rough season last year. He regressed from his rookie year in his second year in the league. Granted, it's just one game. Maybe Bilal, he's going to take a step. We are hoping to take a step forward. I think that may happen with Bub Carrington. I think Bub Carrington had a really solid rookie year. Second year, transitional year, going from, primary ball handler, point guard of the, quote-unquote future. It's going to be a transitional year. I want to see Bub next year. But, I gave Bubs his props to his game against the Sixers. I thought he played really solid against the Sixers, even though the stats didn't show it. He had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. I saw him pushing a fast break. I saw him getting penetrating defense. Nice alley-oops to Alex Soller against the Sixers. So he had a really solid game against the Sixers. But tonight, regressed big time. But, we're going to have these. I just want more consistency with Bub, but I feel like that's going to happen towards the second half of the season. But let me get back to my notes, man. Let me get back to my freaking notes. Let's see here. I feel like Drake, man. I was at the freaking treadmill, and I was watching the game on Mets streams, and Mets streams did not fail me today. I was hype. Offensive rebounds. Freaking Hartenstein had 3 offensive rebounds in the first, not Hartenstein, but the Thunder had 3 offensive rebounds in the first possession, had 4 within the first couple of minutes. That was the story of the game, besides the turnovers. But how many offensive rebounds did they have? 14. Most of that was in the first half, though. Oh, shit. Where's chat? Ah, fuck. Oh. Let's see here. What else did I have? Bub came out cold. Defense was solid in the first quarter, in my opinion. I'm over here writing down Bilal and George as my wings of the future. Fuck yeah. Crossover transition dunk Bilal. Like, Bilal he just has the recipe of an elite defender. He does. Like, 6'8", lanky, supremely athletic. Very, like, his recovery is top notch. His hips, top notch. He has it all. Jaden McDaniels clone. He just, mindset wise, he just needs to lock into that role. And tonight I saw him lock into that role. Let's see here. Let me pull up the freaking. Let's pull up the highlights, dude. Also, what do y'all think about this whole John Wall and Brandon Haywood joining Monumental Sports? I love it. Because we all know how John Wall ended with, I don't call him Uncle Ted. I don't know why people call him Uncle Ted. He ain't nobody's uncle. Screw him. Ted. Ted and freaking John did not end well. We all know that. But, I mean, Ted owns Monumental. So it possibly seems like it's a step in the right direction for these two. You know, John I think it's going to be before pregame and postgame analysis for the Monumental. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see. Got the highlights here. McCollum was doing good he with 5 of 8 from the 3 today. We got it. Even though McCollum's been annoying this year, especially against the Sixers. Tonight it was Middleton. I'm just like, what is Middleton doing out there, man? Give the minutes to Will Riley. Doug, you're right. Will Riley. How would you compare Will Riley to Cam Whitmore? Will Riley's active, man. Will Riley's active. I mean, he was like this before he came to the Wizards, but like, he's always slashing. You know, he's always active, going for rebounds. You know, obviously, you know, he's 19 years old. Defense is gonna be, you know, inconsistent, but you know, Cam Whitmore. See, when Cam is on, hold on. I don't want to get flagged. When Cam is on, there's a crossover transition to a dunk. Beautiful. This has got to be his bread and butter.
Nice cross. Oh, my God. Get to the rim.
What I was saying, when Cam is on, when Cam Whitmore is on, he is really exciting to watch. I believe he scored 7 straight points for us in the late second quarter. But when he's off, an eyesore. Let's call it what it is. Right now, it's still way early into the season. You know, we don't want to jump to predictions, but like come back to me in March regarding Cam Whitmore. But I feel like that's what it is right now. When he's on, he's super exciting to watch. When he's off, holy hell. Hey, YM wasted. We have to give Champagny more minutes. He's our best rebounder. Thank you. Yes. I am tired of Champagny coming in with 5 seconds left in the second quarter just for a defensive stop. That's all he gets, 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Why I'm wasted? I'm with you. But you know what? We got to wait till Corey gets traded. When Corey gets traded, those minutes, I think are going to go to Champagny. Dudes like maybe even Will Riley's going to get more minutes. I am right there with you, man. In this channel, like every single freaking video, I'm always pounding the table for freaking Champagny to play minutes, man. Not only is he a great rebounder, he's a solid defender. Shot 36% from the 3 last year. Come on now, and people forget Champagny is only 24 years old. He fits the timeline, and we got him for the cheap. For the next couple of years. Yeah, Eliar Biza, you're right. That's what it is right now. But, you know, I'm still in the mold that Corey's going to get traded come trade deadline. Let's see. Let's keep going down. Look at Bilal, man. That's it. That's it, man. When he was 2 of 5 and he had 4 stocks in the first half. He was 2 of 5 from the 3. I was just like, this is the performance we need. This is all we need from him. We don't need Bilal to get 20 or 18 or even 16. We got dudes, Trey Johnson, Sarr, Keyshawn George, the next lottery pick. We got dudes who are gonna be those guys who get the scoring machines. Bilal is gonna be a complimentary player, but one of the best. He's gonna be one of the best lockdown defenders in this league. Trust. People forget his age. He's only 21 years old. Rudy says, champs play, but gets more minutes. Keith tripping. Yeah, Keith is a tank commander, though. Keith is a tank commander. Let's keep going down here, man. Look at this, man. This was, I believe, in the... That was in the second quarter. No.
Which we talked about. But look how Keyshawn George fights through that screen.
When Key did that, I believe like 30 seconds prior to this play, Bilal had a block as well. I had to stop. I was running on the treadmill. I had to stop and think to myself. I was just like, did the Lord just bless me with Keyshawn George and Bilal Coulibaly as my starting wings for the next 7 years? No, we got to talk about that. Keyshawn George and Bilal Coulibaly are going to be our starting wings. Whoever the hell, 2, 3, 4, whatever. It's positionless basketball now. With Sarr, Trey's going to be another starter. We already got 4 of our starters, in my opinion. We got 4 out of our 5 future starters in for the next however many years they're going to be together. We got it. Trey, Bilal, Key, Sarr. We got 4. We need one more. One more. And hopefully we get in the lottery, man. How often do you eat at B-Dubs, considering how much you seem to love wings? Dude, I got bad experiences at B-Dubs. I mean, we all know B-Dubs not it with the service, man. B-Dubs is not it with the service, man. I remember one time this year I went to the NFL draft. B-Dubs and where was it? In Columbia, Maryland. I didn't get my wings till like freaking an hour and a half in. I had to leave. Like the first time I ever dined and dashed. And it was empty. The B-Dubs was empty and I didn't get my wings. It is what it is, man. Let's see here. That's going to be so deadly. Ryan Wasted said, I love the trade. CJ needs to let him eat more. Hey, man, just wait until CJ. I think CJ's going to be gone after the trade deadline. Honestly, think Chris Middleton's going to stay. I think Chris Middleton's going to stay, even though I find him a little bit. You can tell he kind of regressed even from last year. And no offense to CJ. Trey. I mean Chris Middleton. Sorry, my bad. I didn't even turn on my lights yet. I just noticed that. Okay, maybe I should turn it off. All my sweat showing. But yeah, man. I think Chris Middleton's going to stay. Primarily for like veteran presence. You know. Primarily for that. But I do want to see some more Will Riley. I think we all want to see more Will Riley. I think Will Riley is going to be like Keyshawn George without the defense. We'll see how far that take him. But, you know, go Caps DMV. What's up, man? They had to chop up the chickens. In Columbia, Maryland? But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think, man. I'm going to end the stream like in 5-6 minutes. I did say I was going to drop a freaking video today. And I was supposed to drop one on Bilal because the news came out early about him coming back today. It came out yesterday, I believe. Doug, I agree with you, man. Will Riley has some nice offensive bags, but can he defend it all with that wingspan? I don't know. But you know what? I at least see effort. I see effort, but, you know, it is what it is. We'll see how far, you know, he can go with this defense. But yeah, man, I'm definitely going to drop a video on Bilal. I'm going to drop a video on Bilal, man. God, my freaking job's been killing me, man. I'm over here playing 48 minutes a night. I'm playing 48 minutes a night. My boss is Tom Thibodeau. I'm playing 48 minutes a night at my job. It's insane. I don't have time. I just like usually sometimes even at my job because I have my own office, I prep my videos and shit like that. Get the highlights ready. I can't even do that, man. All right, I gotta stop bitching. Let's see here. Let me see. Wait, Corey had a. Corey, 8 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from the 3. Bags, did his thing. Trey Johnson, 10 points, 3 of 7, 2 of 5 from the 3. Keyshawn George, again, playing the most minutes out of everybody. 31 minutes, 12 points. But you got to give props to you got to give props to the champs, but, by far and away, they didn't even have J-Dub and Chet Holmgren, and they still wrecked us. They still wrecked us big time. SGA is him. No one can guard him. We ain't shit yet. Yet. Keyword is yet. But, when I was watching this game, I was just like, it feels like Big Brother bullying on Little Brother because we are OKC East. With Will Dawkins' vision, we are OKC East. We just need our shy. We just need an MVP. That's all we need. Well, Nomadic Brian says, I'll have to pace the sarcasm. Long season. Yeah, it's going to be a long season, man. It's going to be a long season. We're 1-4. We got the Magic on Saturday. The Orlando Magic, even though they've been a little, I don't know. But, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. On the bright side, though, the Suns are looking ass-tastic. Remember, we got the pick swap. We got to be in the lottery as well. But still, we got the pick swap. Hopefully Adam Silver doesn't screw us over. But, see, I'm more excited watching the Wizards this year than I am of the Commanders. I'm being honest. I'm more excited watching the Wizards than I am of the Commanders. These young Bucks are hungry. And it's going to be even more exciting when Middleton or CJ McCollum or Corey Kispert gets traded. And we're going to get dudes like Will Riley playing consistent minutes. My freaking cat is being annoying. She won't stop meowing. I don't like how we're developing Trey. I'm going to be honest. I feel like he needs a better vet than CJ. I mean, to be honest with you, dude, I feel like, I'm not going to lie. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but many people predicted that Trey was going to come off the bench. At least Trey is getting solid minutes off the bench, 27 minutes. I do want him to start, man. But at the same time, I feel like he's going to start. I'm going to say before the trade deadline. After the trade deadline, he's going to get all the shots. We're going to see a Trey Johnson of the future. But, it is what it is, man. I keep saying, I was just like, he's coming off the bench, but he's the first guy off the bench. He's getting 26 to 27 minutes a night, close to 30. So at least there's that. It could be worse, dude. It could be worse. Andrew Kill TV says, Bub been a letdown this season. Yeah. Yeah, I like Bub, but I can't defend him on that, man. I can't defend him on that, but it's early on in the season. Elias says, Commanders just have too many injuries this year. No, I mean, dude, respect to you. I don't think it's just the injuries. I think the Commanders this year, they just came out. They were getting pretty with it. Joe Witt Jr. I can't. Joe Witt Jr., if he's still our defensive coordinator, we ain't got a chance to win. Well, not even a chance. We're not going to be a good team. Our defense is atrocious. It pisses me off. You know, but we still got a bright future with the Commanders. But anyways, this is the Wizards channel. Let me know what y'all think, man. A couple more minutes and I'm going to log off, man. We play against the Magic on Saturday. Looking forward to that. But John Wall. That's one thing I wanted to get y'all's opinion on that, man. How y'all feel about John Wall and Brendan Haywood working with Monumental Sports, man? I like it. See, I dog on Monumental Sports a lot. They piss me off. I hate this whole, we got to pay $20 a month for these ass wipes, you know? And the way they framed it, they said YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV, they don't want to carry our channels. No, shut up. Shut up. Be honest. They lowballed you. Y'all got offended. And y'all was like, fuck it. They lowballed you. They lowballed Monumental. They lowballed Ted Leonsis. And possibly because, you know what? The ratings weren't there. Because the Wizards have been putting subpar product since 2017. I'm going to be honest. YM Wasted. I love Monumental right now. Hey, I'm talking about the app. I'm talking about the app, dude. I mean, not even the app. I'm talking about Ted Leonsis. I don't like how Ted Leonsis is making Wizards fans, his fan base, pay $20 a month for the local team. The local team. You know, it's just a very Ted move, in my opinion. Just like how he threatened to move the Wizards to Virginia last year. Or was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. Elias says, have you ever been to a Wizards playoff game before? Honestly, no. Wait. No. I haven't. I've been to many regular season games. I've been to like at least 50 regular season games. I go to like maybe 5 a year. But I haven't been to a playoff game. I want to, though. There haven't been that many chances either. We got to be honest. Well, I mean, 2000 the stretch with Beal and Wall, I should have gone. I had, I was 23 years old during that time, but yeah, man, John Wall, I do like this move, man. Frozen says, I was there when Paul Pierce called game. Oh, shit. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a historic, well, yeah, in Wizards history, yeah. It's a monumental game in Wizards history. Let's see here. Loudest I've ever heard the place, Frozen says. Elias says, I went to the Game 3 in 2004 against the Bulls and Game 3 in 2017 against the Celtics. Oh, shit. You went to the Celtics series. Game 3. Historic series. We should have beat them. We had 5 points off the bench in Game 7 in Boston. John Wall was yelling. Apparently, I read an article. That day, he was walking to the bus and he kept yelling 5 points, 5 points, 5 points. Because that's all we had off the bench that year. I think it was all from Bogdan Bogdanovic. All from Bogey. And then we let him go after we traded a first rounder for him. Shit, man. And the Cavs didn't want to see us that year. They didn't want to see us. Did you go to the Jordan Poole's career high assist in 2020? No, I didn't. I went to the game against the Lakers last year, and the Lakers wrecked us. And Bronny James, he had that and one like in the fourth quarter, and the freaking Capital One erupted, and it went viral on Twitter. Bronny James did that thing. I was there. It was that was a low, man. That was when the Wizards were like losing. They had a massive losing streak. Defense was atrocious. That was last year, though. Last time we were in the playoffs, Russ played for us. LOL. That's true. But yeah, man, I think I'm going to call it, y'all. 127 and 108. We lost. That's okay, though. But yeah, man, thank you very much for everybody who joined the stream. Next time I'll come with more notes, man. I was at the gym. But Bilal. The talk of the night is Bilal. Awesome. First game back here for the Wizards. Let's hope he can continue this, because if he does, we got ourselves our Jaden McDaniels. Young Mill says, we've been Cheeks for so long. Hey, this is the last year we're going to be Cheeks. I'm telling you. This is the last year. I think next year we're going to win 30 plus. Maybe I'm aiming for 35, 37. At the rate that Sar, George, Bilal are developing, Trey Johnson, you know, they're going to have another leap next year. Hopefully we get a next lottery pick. We have $110 million in cap space. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be the last time we're gonna be in a lottery as well. And Will Dawkins, I feel like he knows that. So, hey man, this is the last year of us being complete ass. You know what? It's fine with me, because we got a loaded draft class coming up, man. I'm excited. But thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate y'all support. I got to go to sleep because Tom Thibodeau wants me to be at work at 8 a.m. for another 48 minutes. Fuck. It's true, man. It is what it is, man. It's a busy season on my job, but, you know, I got to crank out the videos. I got to crank them out, but I can't tomorrow. Tomorrow's an office event. Saturday and Sunday, I got a video on the Wizards. I got a video on Bilal. But yeah, man, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the stream. Take care, everybody. Go Wizards and go Bilal. I need to take some responsibility because I even tossed out Bilal's name in possible trades for Dylan Harper a couple months ago. I'm an asswipe. And I love Bilal. It is what it is. I loved Bilal. People dogged on him. Hopefully this is the start of a great season for Bilal, man. Hey, your boss is on the stream. Don't say that, man. Holy hell. What if my boss is actually on the stream, not commentating and taking down notes in her yellow notepad? Fuck me, dude. All right, y'all. I'm out. I'm out. All right, peace, y'all. See you on Saturday.